In today's episode, we heard you were the admin. Shut down everything. What do you mean I need to shut my computer down? Your little black box is causing the lights to flicker. I just need a picture. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. We heard you were the admin. Shut down everything. Warning, I did this on my phone. But I am too lazy and my thumbs hurt to fix any spelling or grammatical errors. You have been warned. In the last episode, I said I thought I would be let go. Lo and behold, I wasn't. But that was for an unpleasant reason. Or something like that. When COVID hit and the shutdown happened, the entire company scrambled to prepare to go fully remote by the end of one business day. In the midst of the chaos, we needed three major things. 1. A cloud-based file storage and sharing system. 2. A web video and conferencing solution. 3. A miracle since our outsourced IT company deemed 1 and 2 out of scope, and was going to charge us our firstborn children in king-size Snickers to get it done, at the earliest, 3 months. Let's back up real fast. I had been working at the organization for 1 month at this time. I was originally hired as a SharePoint admin. However, my boss at the time didn't really know how SharePoint worked, or even how it was going to benefit the company. She just had it at her last job and thought this company needed it too. Which in hindsight, she was right. My first week on the job was spent waiting on the IT company to grant my MS account SharePoint admin access. By Monday they still didn't have it done. I forwarded the ticket hashtag to my boss. She calls up our account manager and rips into them. In less than a minute I have SP admin access. However, that's not all I had. They actually granted me global access over the entire domain and account. I brought this up to my boss, who said okay, but do have access to SharePoint now. Which I say yeah, but now I ha. She cuts me off and says good. Then start working on SharePoint. I just back out of her office and save the fight for another day. Back to the main timeline. I mentioned in an emergency operations meeting that we have the needed solutions already with SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams. Granted, no one understands how to use those. But they are there for use to use. Bad idea. Everyone looks at me with either pure bliss or confusion. The CEO of the company goes, let him train the entire company by the end of day, and we will all go home. So I do just that. 8 hours of training large groups over SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams. 200 plus employees, and I am the only in-house IT. We have to pull this off. But it gets done, and we were all in our homes. A month goes by and I am just doing my SharePoint thing. And I get a Teams call. From the CEO? Well, this is either good or bad. The following conversation between me, the CEO, the COO, and the President P. CEO, hello. We are wonder if you have a moment to help us with something? Me, of course. What can I assist you all with? A very uncomfortable pause. I don't know if they knew their camera were on, mine was as well. But I could tell they were not happy with what was about to be said. CEO, we are having to make some layoffs. Me internally, well, it was fun while it lasted. CEO, but don't worry, you are safe. We need you here. Especially after you got us all remote. Me internally, haul up. CEO, we just got off the phone with IT company. And we wanted them to starting turning off accounts and shutting down emails. They said they could do it, but it would be a 2-week turnaround. We need it all done today. They mentioned you have admin access. Is that true? Me, yeah, I got it a few weeks ago. COO, shut down everything. Me, I'm sorry, what do you mean by that? P, we need you to pause all emails, Teams chat, doc sharing, everything. We also need everyone locked out of their accounts while we start making phone calls. The only people who need access is us three and you. Me, okay. I can do that. But what do we do when people start asking when they are locked out? CEO, we have asked that our IT company send out an email to everyone in an hour saying there are technical difficulties and to please be patient. Me, okay. So after I shut everything off, what do I do next? COO, wait for one of us to call you. We will have a list to you on whose accounts need to be permanently turned off. Me, okay, I can do that. P, also, who is your boss? Me, says boss's name. P, okay. You will report to me now until further notice. So I turn off everything. Chill at home and play video games for 2 hours before I get another Teams call from P. P, okay, I'm sending you a list now. Me, got it. I'll work on the accounts then turn everything back on. P, good deal. Oh, and one more thing. You are no longer SharePoint admin. You are now OutSystems administrator. Me, okay. Of what systems? P, all of them? Me, okay, but how many systems is that? P, I don't know. Whatever software we use for any department. You are the admin of it. I suggest getting with the different departments and finding out what they use and go from there. Me, okay. That might take a while. P, once you're done, report to me on what you find, as well as the cost of everything. Me, okay. Excuse me if this is too soon to ask, but will this come with any compensation? P, yeah, it's too soon. End call. I hope this pandemic isn't too long. I have a feeling this won't be fun. I remember thinking to myself, I had no team. No one that was left in the company had any IT knowledge that would be useful to me. We ended up ending our contract with the old IT firm and went with a better one. But they were short-staffed all the time. And I was pretty much left in charge of the entire IT infrastructure and management of the company as a one-man show. When 2 months prior, I was just supposed to be making and managing SharePoint sites. What do you mean I need to shut my computer down? End user comes in, can't see Wi-Fi networks on their machine. Last time this happened about a week or so ago, we restarted the machine and boom, there they were. Explain to end user that they should shut down their computer when they finish using it for a multitude of reasons, but for the sake of brevity I said they get tired just like us. End user comes back into my office today with laptop in hand and says the internet is doing it again, and I said I'm sorry, can you remind me what it is? And end user says no Wi-Fi networks are showing up, so I ask have you restarted the machine, to which the end user replies well no, but I just shut it down last week. Am I going to have to keep doing this? And I said you really need to shut your computer down more than once a week. As they storm out of my office with a huff. Is it 3:30 yet? Your little black box is causing the lights to flicker. I had a fun call 2 days ago from one of our offices, thought I'd share. Me, is well, me. CL is confused lady. Me, this is me, can I help you? CL, hey, something is bad wrong. There's a black box that's causing the lights to flicker, and it kills our internet, it beeps every time it happens, so it's got to be causing the problem. Me, where is this black box? CL, in the closet with the internet stuff. Me, in the network closet. What does it look like? Does it have any writing on it? CL, yeah, it says APC Smart UPS, can I unplug it? It's really causing problems, we can't work like this. Me, no, absolutely not, that's not the cause of your problem. That is a battery backup for your network equipment. It's beeping because the power is going on and off in the building, and that box is keeping the network equipment protected and online. When the power goes out, it beeps an alarm. You said you were losing internet as well? CL, yes, I lose internet because my computer keeps turning off. Me, call someone in maintenance and have them check the power right away. Turns out the main breaker box in the small office was smoking. I'm not an electrician, but they had to kill power and replace the entire box. I just need a picture. So, to preface, this did not happen to me, so there are some details I do not know exactly, as this is from a retelling from my coworker right after it happened. I am aiming to keep things brief in case he ever decides to post the story himself with greater detail. We work at a MSP, so we handle a lot of clients with varying degrees of tech literacy. We also work with some large-scale clients. We'll just say this client cuts hair for a living and leave it at that. My coworker got on the call to deal with an issue with a credit card terminal. Sounded like it was getting some weird error. He spends a good deal of time trying to get them to give him details of what's going on, does some basic troubleshooting, rebooting and all that, but nothing has helped and the caller is not the most helpful. Eventually he decides he needs a picture of the error and asks them to take a screenshot. The caller does not know how to do this, and he tries to explain he means that he needs a picture of the error. It takes a good chunk of this 2-hour call just to get them to take a picture and email it to him. Finally he gets to a point where he has convinced them to use their phone to take a picture of the terminal and email it to him. He sits and waits patiently, and starts to hear a weird noise, like a humming noise, and after a while they finally let him know it's been sent. He goes and opens up the shared email box for our department and sees the email with the attachment, opens it up and stares at the picture trying to understand what he's looking at. The picture in question is mostly white with the terminal barely visible in the dead center. He can just make out what is on screen, but more importantly he notices a strange black rectangle around this washed-out image. It then hits him what he is looking at. The caller had taken a picture on their phone, put their phone on a scanner, scanned an image of the phone with the photo of the terminal to the computer, and emailed that to him. The worst part of this, it wasn't even a picture of the error. Just the main screen.